WhatupDoe Radio is in this joint again. In almost downtown U City, but uptown St. Louis. For another edition. Fifth episode of season 5. Got the joints in here. We got Farrah on the joint. DT, of course, my main fat show killer playing the background.
Show killer.
I wanted to know this is going right to the name. I seen Farrah kind of like,
You know,
like you didn't want to say it.
I'm just trying to scoot through it real fast. You know, I ain't never said the same thing twice before. Man, tonight we got a really good show. I know we not no peons, and we not about to have no frivolous conversation.
What you said?
Because we got my man from DCon in this joint today.
Yes, sir.
He's going to bless us with some juice of what's been going on with his movement. He probably drop some more jewels in life because he's really good at that every morning. He gives us an inspirational talk every day. Not for no peons, though, so we don't have no peon people watching the show.
What's up with peons, bro?
Hey, you got a little,
that's a peon thing with you on? Peon Renee?
Yeah, he gonna drop it down to you, know what I'm saying? So, of course, Pat, when we were talking earlier today, and I was talking about what we was gonna talk about tonight, and you said how social media is like, now it is who you are. When we first started, it was more of a, more of a luxury or a hobby or something to do. Like a lot of people you start using MySpace or Facebook to interact with people that they hadn't seen in a long time, and now it's evolved into your personality. So, is it fair? Okay, man, fair. Let me use you. You closest to me. Is it fair? We're gonna just tip into it because we're gonna let DCon come in a second. But do you think it's a fair thing to assess saying that like the person who you say you are on Facebook is the person who you are in real life?
Well, I don't think it's fair. What I would say is your social media presence is what people perceive you as, but who you are truly is what you are by heart. That's how I look at it. Like, but I think a lot of people be lying though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't really know. I can't really say, but I know for myself, shit, the way people perceive me, I'm a lot of different things. So it depends on who you talking to, who I am. So that ain't fair. It ain't fair.
All right, so that's just the tip of the iceberg. Also, we're gonna discuss double standards between men and women. I'm a component. I like some double standards, and I think some of them need to leave sometimes. So we're gonna talk about that this evening. Also, what's the Mount Rushmore of worst lies that you ever heard about yourself? I have a few.
You have a few.
Yeah, I've heard some crazy shit about myself.
Oh, wow.
Heard all the shit before.
Really?
I think that's kind of cool.
They ain't with the top four.
But man, my man, DCon, come on to the table, man.
Oh. He got on the gray sweatpants, ladies.
There she go. Thank you.
Oh man, how you been, man? It's your third time on the show, man.
Man, I've been great, man. Thanks for having me again, man.
You're always good company, man. Plus, you speak a lot of good gospel.
Yes, he does.
To the people who willing to have an open ear. You make people accountable if they listen to you. Like, if I sit down and look at somebody and talk to them or listen to what they say on the daily, I'm gonna start trying to if I like what they say, I'm probably gonna start trying to live my life according to some of the rules or values that they might have. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect, but you can gather something from everybody, man. When you get up every morning, like, what's on your mind that makes you feel like, let me drop these jewels today, man?
I mean, it just comes natural. It ain't necessarily like what really be on your mind. I just be thinking like, I just feel like a whole lot of people going through a whole lot of stuff in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just think that it's like so much negativity on the internet, on social media, that somebody just need to be told that they can make it. You know, somebody need to be told that everything that they see ain't real. You know what I'm saying? Somebody need to be told that you need to just really get up and bust your ass to become who you really want to become, and can't nobody tell you can't be who you are or who you want to become. You know what I'm saying? You control your own destiny.
So you're a motivational speaker now.
Nah, ain't no motivation.
You definitely are a
I
motivation.
don't look at myself like that. I mean,
I would say so.
It's motivation.
I would say so.
You act like something wrong
I
with
really
that.
something to
You
challenge.
can speak in that ghetto
I really
gospel.
speak to the people to the ghetto. You know what I'm
Motivation
saying?
just does.
I could take that. So it's like really, I like to just keep the people. I come from nothing. So when you come from like a background like mine, you know what I'm saying? I come all the way from the projects to the cabinet courts. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they think that stuff is a place. They don't know that it's really an experiment and it's called a project because it really was a project.
Let me say this to you. Like, with me, and I would say, I guess a lot of people, I really don't need that much motivation because of where I come from. And you know, you would think like after a while, like people that's doing something, once you see yourself with just a little bit of success, you should already know like, hey, I can do this, depending on where you came from. And I'm gonna say most of us probably listen to this probably all came from the same place. Like, once I made it anywhere, like I can do whatever I want because I've seen people that got left behind. You know what I'm saying? So, man, you should need too much push.
Unfortunately, everybody don't think like you. Everybody don't think like me. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I want to tell you though, like, man, you don't gotta dumb it down. You are a motivational speaker. You embrace that. You know,
Yeah, I mean, I try to,
you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us, you know, like, we come from a culture where we just kind of like, nah, leave me alone. You know, I'm just trying to do what I want to do. But I ain't trying to ruffle no feathers. But it's okay to accept your flaws when you're doing something that's pushing somebody. So I'm bigging you up, man. You're a motivational speaker, bro. Ain't
You speak life into something that could be like death to a human being and their whole embodiment.
I appreciate that because I get inboxes from people that talk about death, talk about suicide. I get inboxes from people that done literally told me that they was thinking about doing something to themselves until they heard me and they start following me. I had guys reach out to me, younger guys, to tell me that like they really going through some things and they really don't have no older guys to turn to and what I talk to them and ask me for my number and I just sent them my number just to see what was on.
Does that motivate you also?
It's just like it's called humanity. Your humanity got to kick in when your people reach out to you. When your brother reach out to you, forsake them not. You're supposed to assist your brother and your sister. It's just that simple.
Dang, so I shouldn't charge them? Because I've been charging people now.
For what?
You know, I get a lot of people. I'm a motivational speaker also. And, you know, a lot of people reach out to me, especially black men, for my advice and guidance. And ladies, that's real fact. Like when I got my first, when I got my first payment, because I was like, you know, I've been doing this a lot. And sometimes it's real draining, you know. So I reached out to them. I'm like, I was excited. I'm like, I got my first payment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I ain't know no dude.
Yeah,
but
most of them are men.
I'm not gonna say that you shouldn't charge. You know what I'm saying? Because your time is valuable too as well. Some people, you know what I'm saying, can afford it. Some people can't. But if you got clients and everything, and that's what you do, I'm not gonna say don't charge.
It's the same person always.
There's a whole lot of people that charge for this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so really, most people charge. Like I got so many people tell me quit doing it for free. I just be looking at them like, God bless me in other areas, so I'll be tripping off of that little money right there.
You say one of the words that you just used was assist. Do you think with St. Louis, we have too much scoring and not enough assists going on around here, or is it well balanced of lending out a helping hand? Because a lot of people, sometimes I hate when people say black people don't help black people, but we do. We just help who we like and who we fuck with, just like any other race. Like no race.
I ain't gonna say that like not just St. Louis, just over the world, period. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a situation where other people can help people do and get to the next level, and for some reason they don't. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but it's like everywhere you put a Quick Trip, you put a BP, it's too much competition. So ain't nobody they worried about you leaving them behind. You know what I'm saying? So I just say, like, for real though, a lot of people think it's like they got to get what they got to get before they can try to help somebody else. And a lot of us take away from ourselves trying to help others without being what we need to get in life too, though.
Yeah.
I agree.
You do have to take care of yourself first, because you can't guide somebody if you don't have anywhere to take them to. You can't just be giving reckless information.
You speak a lot on accountability, not excuses. You know, so like I trust that. I know you don't know everybody that follows you, but I know you know the gist of your crowd. Your followers. So when I say that you motivate people, it's like, man, you know what? That's some bullshit. To me, sometimes you make a motherfucker look at themselves in the mirror like, nah, that's me.
You ain't give everybody no pass.
Like,
yeah, I ain't give myself no pass though, because some of the shit I be on myself about too. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just for other people. And then I'm a father too, so it's like you don't want to sit there and not really be accepting your responsibility and what's really going on without looking in the man in the mirror too. You know what I'm saying? So if I can be this way on myself, I don't give a fuck about your feelings on how you feel. If you feel I'm hard on you, don't tune in. Don't even listen. I can tell when people feel like it hit home because the people that like it the most don't really like it. You know what I'm saying? So I know why I hit in the gut. You know what I'm saying? And without even trying to do it, to be honest with you. But I know when it's a person feel like it's a blow.
Is there anybody else page who you look at for motivation?
I like, for real though, man, I be like listening to just like random people, some people, I be listening to like Grant Cardone and people like, I'm gonna tell you, Gary Vee and guys like that, man. Them dudes like change a lot of people's lives, you know what I'm saying?
It's on Instagram, Facebook.
I don't know who they are.
That's the Instagrams right there. Shit, I listen to a lot of people, different nation of people too though, because I be want to know other people input on how they feel life is too, and then you realize that at the end of the day, no matter what their complexion is, They're a human being. They go through some of the same things that you go through.
You know what I kind of took from it, like, I was like, what I got, it ain't that bad. It could always be worse. That's kind of like I always take, when I look at that situation, I look at it like my situation could be worse. So it kind of makes me don't be about myself as much. And I think that's how I'm able to help other people, because it's like, my shit could be totally, all the way fucked up. And right now, I'm nowhere near that. So it's like, of course, there's some places that I want to be, but it can be a lot worse. So back to what they were saying, like, for us, you helping somebody else, I just kind of feel like in my own personal situation, like, I'm okay. You know, of course I want to be better, but I'm okay. So I can go out and I ain't really doing all the typing shit. That just ain't me. You know, somebody can just call me. But other than that, I really don't follow nobody else's page to be looking like what they say every day. Like honestly.
If you could sum up everything that as far as advice that you give to somebody, what is your go-to? Like, what do you say to somebody that you know they're gonna, say it's like an epiphany, like, okay, I get what you're saying. What's the go-to that you're gonna tell somebody? What's the go-to you told your son that just?
My go-to to anybody is, it ain't nobody out here that's doing something that you can't do. There's nobody out here that can accomplish something that you can't accomplish. When God created a human being, He created us all the same. It's up to you to use your brain.
What's your
We all
go-to?
have one.
You.
I don't know.
So what you have to?
I just try to be a different me, a better me every day. Like, cause my life is always like a whirlwind. You just never know what's going on. So I'm always trying. Like, I'm my biggest downfall to me. You know what I'm saying? So I have to reflect on myself daily. I'm just constantly looking at myself and trying to better who I am. But I'm 40 now, so it's like I got like 35 summers left in life.
How many
like
summers?
That. Like 35.
Well,
I hope to live longer, long as I can take care of myself. But how I look at it, like, okay, I got about 35 summers left. It's crunch time. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get some stuff in order.
You gotta make the second half.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
What about you, Dirk? What's your go-to?
I ain't got one.
I always tell people everything in life is fixable but death. When you can focus on something,
That's some deep shit.
it's real though. Like, it can be fixed, and if it's not fixed, then it's something else. It's another way. Or wasn't meant for you, and it works. It makes.
Remember when you was little, you had to go home and face the music. Like you fuck if you got to go home and be like, damn, I have to get out of this. And somehow it always work itself out.
I gotta go.
It's life. It's gonna work itself out somehow.
As you progress, and you notice that, like you spoke where you come from, and we like the lives that we live and the path that we cross. Was it easy for you to jump in front of a camera and start talking when most of 90% of our life before that we was trying not to talk about stuff or not being like, how did you make that transition?
It was a slow transition because like I came from the streets, you know what I'm saying? So I was always like camera shy when I was younger. Ain't nobody trying to jump in front of the camera doing the type of shit I used to be doing, you know what I'm saying? And like that's just like right now what you see going on in the world with all these dummies getting indicted because they jumping in front of the camera talking about stuff that they really don't.
This is true.
So when I was outside, I wasn't finna be in front of no camera, and I was really outside doing the type of things I was talking about, you know what I'm saying? So I talk about these things not because you left that stuff behind, you feel me? So you can speak on those type of things. You just don't, just whatever you do, don't incriminate nobody, don't do no name dropping and all that type of stuff, and just keep it moving because some of these people these dudes speak on, they still be outside. You know what I'm saying? So just because you made it don't mean that person made it. So you don't speak on nobody, you just keep pushing it. So it was hard for me to really jump in front of the camera because it took me a lot. My whole thing was like, it took me a real long time to realize, man, you don't even hustle no more. What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't even hustling no more, but still had a hustling mentality yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've had a couple guys tell me they want to come on the show. I'm like, bro, that's not no good look for you. Like, what you want to come over here and say? I'm just looking out for you. This ain't Hollywood, right? What you doing ain't Hollywood, so don't try to go Hollywood with it.
15 million followers.
I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, like, and I'm saying that to say this, like, I mean, I prefer for people to live a more righteous life and try to pick better paths, even though I did, and I came to a point where I can.
Mhm.
But like, you don't have to tell everybody what you're doing wrong. Like, it's just not important. Sometimes you have to wonder, are you doing this for yourself or are you doing it for people? So man, do whatever you're doing for yourself and be safe at it, man, because you're bringing other people involved too. Like social media, people know your mama and all this other stuff, man. But you're on your stories, you got $180 million in your hand and 3 pounds, whatever I'm saying. Like, it's not that serious. Like,
And you don't even not like what you said. You don't have to tell everybody what you're doing wrong. You don't have to tell everybody what you did wrong either.
exactly.
You can sum up your life and just like simple, like I just did. I'm not going to go into details of what I used to do either, though. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and even what you did wrong, you don't have to sum it up. You don't want to glorify it because you should be happy to be away from that type of lifestyle.
And plus, by you glorifying, people might think it's still cool too.
So yeah, somebody kid gonna think it's good. Yep.
And anything you did wrong that somebody knowing they ain't see it, that's good. Just let's keep it. So why tell yourself that?
That's good.
Man, so moving forward, man, you do more than just motivate and just get on this IG and tell people what they should or what your advice or what you could do better in life. You got a rap label.
Yeah, DCon the label.
What's
Don't
up with it,
call
man?
nobody.
What's new with it?
I mean, right now just Millie. You know, so I got Millie and I got Work Supreme. You know, 10 million. A lot of people don't know Millie, my son. You know what I'm saying? I pushed up. I worked with Doughboy out of Doughboy STL. I worked with Charlie Scorsese. I worked with King B. You know what I'm saying? I worked with a whole lot of people that end up like getting some success about the situation too. And I behind the scene work with a whole lot of like celebrities. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's like when you like put so much time and so much effort into other people, when your own children come to you and tell you that they try to do it, man, it's a must that you get behind them.
Can I ask you a question? You just said a lot of celebrities. Why is that behind the scenes though?
I mean, because it's like a lot of times, like when I say behind the scenes, it's like putting people with the right people. You know what I'm saying? Because I know all the right people, to be honest with you. I can probably go sign to a label tomorrow if I want to.
I think what I'm trying to say is like, would it be better for you if people know that you did that?
I mean, it just, that ain't what I do it for though. But it'd be like, just trust and believe though, the artists that I work with, most of them, like, they give me my flowers, you know what I'm saying? It's like situations where when Dirk done be coming and shit, and he used to try to get me to come on the stage, get up front. I'm like, man, I got 50 years, I ain't trying to do that shit no more. Then somebody might on this, you know what I'm saying? But they do those type of things, try to throw me out there, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that was a situation where it's like, once again, shit, I ain't even trying to be on the stage with all these young boys, but they be tripping.
I want that smoke.
Yeah, man, like, you know what I'm saying? These dudes be tripping. That's Dirk up, you know, shot me on the TV. For real though,
We're gonna be a trophy. Not me.
When you speak about rap, do you like the shift? Is it something that we should be doing better for better messages? Like, can somebody put out, like, are we gonna tell our story regardless? But can somebody paint it a different way that doesn't sound like retribution towards our own people?
Man, we always told our story.
How you think
It
we're
ain't what you do, is it how you do it. You know, we always told our story. Hip hop is how we always vented. That's how we told our lifestyle. But the way that they're doing it now,
They lying.
it ain't necessarily, they ain't faking, they ain't lying at all. And that's the problem. They need to start lying. That's the problem. These
I
niggas
just seen the
that
attorney
war
say,
is
I'm
really
using
talking
all.
about.
She said, anything you say on the beat, I'm using it against you. Yeah, anything you say on the beat, I'm using. I'm like,
Where you
damn.
come from? If you had a person that would you consider to be an enemy, you don't tell the world who your enemy is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of artists that had those type of problems in the past when we were younger. So it's like, I mean, no, that's the problem right now. They're keeping it too real.
Way too rich.
Yeah, you got people like, if you notice, like, you just had Gucci Man, for instance, like, he just made a record saying, like, don't diss the dead no more. But you the same nigga talking about you heard about it goes to Pookie though, so it's
Right,
kind of hard to like come back a week later and say this, and you just have a verses and this a man did on me. Like you too old for some
You know what
shit
this?
like that.
You know what this kind of go back to?
It's
You were
real.
saying where I came from. I don't like if I was a rapper. Like I might, because I'm not a rapper. But if I was a rapper, I'm like I don't think it's nothing you can say to me. Like I was broke before. Like it's nothing you can say to me. Like you want to say fuck you and I'm gonna shoot you and I'm gonna kill you. But I'm cool with everybody. Like man, y'all rich. Like what's the problem?
Egos.
Like man, the ego is gone. I was poor
You
before.
don't
I
get
just learned one thing new about you today.
What's that?
You're not no fucking rapper. That can only you Jamaican. You
He
got
is a
a
rapper.
job.
He always
You fuck around finna go to the club. The only thing you ain't done.
You got one out.
He needs to be a model.
Fuck, he is.
That's
He just not a
I'm
rapper.
gonna look at somebody's show too.
Damn.
I'm gonna be too late.
And we like digging a little deeper into the Bun B was on the show. He said, see that name drop. I can't do my shit behind the scenes. I gotta tell everybody. He said, man, we was taking a picture. He's like, why are you frowning, man? He's like, man, I got a lot of money, man. We should be smiling. Like the rap culture is kind of like, we gotta be so fucking hard. And motherfuckers getting a whole lot of money should be like, woo, like, that you do what I'm doing.
You want to step in?
You know what I'm saying? So like, how do you like, how can we transition into like no other genre, even though no other genre was built off poverty and bad stories and shit like that. So we don't gotta necessarily compare the two like that. But how do we transition into like, man, being a rap artist is and making it, you're made it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't gotta be who you was. Like, I remember Biggie even said one day, like, man, I can't talk about that stuff no more. I ain't living like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about paying taxes and getting a lot of money. I ain't talking about killing motherfuckers no more because this shit ain't going on in my life.
Well, maybe because they ain't left their lifestyle, so it's hard for them to talk about something different because they got one foot in, one foot out.
I think it's because, I mean, it's sad to say, but that's what's selling. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a couple artists out of 1,000 that's talking positive that we buy.
I hate rap.
Most artists are saying the same. I mean, it's always been that way though. You always had your few positive rappers. Everybody else was part-time gangster rappers or real gangster rappers. And it's all depending on what the radio is pushing. Because we normally listen to what they play. You know what I mean? They really playing gangster rap for real on the radio now.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it wasn't no shoot nobody and lick my pussy on the radio 10, 15 years ago. Now, that shit is on the radio. So they pushing it. So people like you to sign an artist, you almost have no choice.
Like, I mean, but like, and that's what I always tell the artists that I work with, for real though. Like, cause I'm just one of those guys that just really don't look for those. I'm not into the trap, shoot 'em up, bang bang artists. So I want an artist that's really gonna talk to the women still. I want an artist that's gonna, when you're going through something, help you try to get through the day with it. You know, I'm one of those type of guys. And I always tell the artists that I sign, it's gonna definitely be, you gotta put a lot of work in. Cause right now the labels ain't doing nothing but funding both sides of the war.
What do you mean when you say that? What do you mean when you say the labels ain't doing
If
anything?
you ain't got no op, they ain't signing you. Right?
Damn.
I ain't saying kill Farrah, you saying kill
You gotta have a
Farrah.
high profile beef to get signed for real. To get a good deal.
That's crazy. My son has just started, and I'm like, bro, I just wanted your first 7 verses. You done killed 3 people. I had 2 knives already. Like, man, I like 17, bro. Like, I don't know what it is for me right now, but I guess that's what you're saying. Like, that's what they, because he's like, man, Dad, that's the only way I'm gonna be heard. Unless I'm doing, I said, nah, man, you're gonna get hurt off so and so and so and so. But in reality, they not pushing you unless you can create some type of shit. Well, even Tank, even though it's a different genre of music, he was speaking. He sang one of Ed Sheridan's songs. That first little single that he had, I forgot what it was.
Stay with me or something?
Yeah, whatever it was. But he sang it so good. He's like, they wouldn't let me get that because that's singing about black people staying together. They'd rather hear me singing about fucking somebody else's woman or something. Like, and
You mean
you would like
We would too, to be honest with
no,
you.
we probably would know if we get R&B. Like, it comes with like even Diddy was like, man, R&B is dying at the end of the
It really
day.
is.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh man, you know,
I love
you know,
R&B.
I love that. It's
you know what I'm
crazy.
saying? No, I want to hear some the old LTDs and things of that nature that talk about us staying together and prospering.
But that was okay.
Rappers used to
I
love
honestly
us.
think the game changed.
That was a
right
big
about
difference.
change,
That was a difference in life too.
What?
When LTG was, it really wasn't no rap then too.
I ain't even speaking. I'm talking about.
I'm
Even
just-
R&B now is gritty.
Yeah, because Chris Brown be like, I just want to see you strip.
Right.
right
Everything is I
now.
want to fuck you. I
We
fuck
ain't
your
talking about
ass.
Chris.
Now, he ain't mad about getting
What's the difference,
beat
Lil,
now,
with you?
yeah.
How do we
What
go
you think, Lil?
from one entity of NWA who pretty much summed up everything that we was thinking to this?
Because it wasn't that many
I really
ways
want-
now. It wasn't a lot of voices then.
No,
I really want to hear Love answer because you
Yeah.
asked him. Let's consider who he is and where he come
I
from
like
and his success.
That's a nice picture.
To me, a lot of it is we wanted it and we pushed for it. It's like when even if you go back to 2 Live Crew and they were standing up for their right to talk all raunchy and do all the raunchy shit, we was with that.
Mhm.
But now we got older, and then that's what it is. But a lot of it is based off, to me, like economics. It's like only with the record labels not signing people off pure talent anymore,
Mm.
and you got to go out there and make yourself noticed. You got to have money. And who got $200,000-$300,000 to put behind themselves in the streets? You know, dibbling and dabbling.
people talk too much.
Look at him. What you mean?
You know what I
He's
say.
always go for
You
himself.
know when I speak,
He's
when I
so,
say-
he put his hands on the table.
Hey, you know
Look at him.
what?
Look at him.
When I run across the person like that, you know what I just say? This guy here.
So I feel like, that's the type of music you're gonna get. Even when Nelly was out, everybody ridiculed him because the way he rapped. And they put his personality based off the songs and the things that he said. But really, he's a totally different person.
But ain't it funny? Like nobody in their mind thought to take Nelly rap. Like even though I'm saying
No, it wasn't
like
popular.
any rappers,
It wasn't a popular rap to take.
but it was a popular outcome. After the first 3 years, you would have said like, you know what? Why not just take this rap?
They tried.
Who tried it?
They had a guy walking around looking like him. Then you had Pretty Willie and a few other guys that tried it.
Pretty Willie was alright.
They
No,
tried.
Pretty Willie was alright.
They tried.
Let's hold
It
another
just don't work
conversation.
for everybody. They
Pretty Willie
tried
had
it,
another
though.
conversation.
He definitely had some mini-me's.
Well, I mean, but you even today,
I mean, the dude a fucking superstar. Somebody want to be Nelly, trust me.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
but
Tried it.
I mean, you would think that they would,
Definitely.
but I guess if the labels ain't really pushing it, it's gonna be
Yeah,
more
because he ain't talking about killing everything. They want to follow him. Look, I'm going to tell you honestly, though. The game is really about to take a tremendous change right now. And it is sad to say that it's only about to happen because what this lady just did in Atlanta. And that's sad. Because if you notice, you haven't heard nobody dropping no bone except for QC. Ain't nobody dropping but Lil Baby and the Migos. You ain't heard no new music from nobody. So the game is about to take a change. Because a lot of people don't even really understand the industry's in Memphis right now.
It is.
It's
It is for real. The industry's in Memphis right now. Anything new act is coming out of Memphis right now.
signing their own people.
Everything is coming out of Memphis. They signing people from other states as well. You know what I'm saying? So, and those guys in Memphis, they don't talk about just killing everything the way other people. They like to talk about their jewelry, their cars, the way they different. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like the game about to take a change. It's really about wherever the game end up at. Like when it was on the East Coast, it was different. The West Coast had they run. Different people how they run, and that's what changed it because the culture's different in everywhere. No matter, ain't nobody like no St. Louis people.
I don't see Memphis and Atlanta like real different though. Like
It's
honestly,
very different.
I don't. When I
It's
heard
very different.
when I heard 42 Doug, I wouldn't think he was a Memphis rapper. I would think he was an Atlanta rapper.
Well, Doug is from Detroit,
But I'm saying, but he signed to.
but he's from
Memphis.
Detroit.
I'm saying, but he still signed. He sounds just like all of them. Though. Like I don't hear the difference between Atlanta and like I don't know. I can't tell the difference between a Lil Baby and a Moneybag song.
Man,
It's
Doug-
all the same type of rap.
Doug
You know
is
why
part of
Memphis?
the
Why you
cleanup.
might confuse 42 Doug with a Memphis rapper because Detroit kind of lived the same
Detroit,
lifestyle.
Kentucky, and Memphis.
Louisville,
Yeah.
St. Louis, all we kind of got the same look.
What's the difference in Atlanta and
Man, let me
and
tell
Yo
you, I
Gotti
just
rap?
went to Memphis week before last, right?
Right.
I was just down there shooting a video. Millie was doing a video with TripStar, one of the Moneybag Yo artists, you know what I'm saying? So I was just down in Memphis. And when I was in Memphis, man, I was just so impressed because I was just in Memphis a few years ago and it wasn't nothing like it is right now. Those folks are creating hubs down there. Those folks have distribution companies right now that you can walk into. Those guys, like how Atlanta used to be, they running you through 10 interviews a day now. Those guys are doing the things that Atlanta used to do. You feel what I'm saying? So they're becoming a hub. They're setting up a real serious situation now.
It sound like
Well,
JC all over. It sound like Hov all over.
Memphis been like
He
that
all
because
over that place for real. He knew what he was doing when he did what he did with your guy.
Memphis been like that for a while because
Yeah,
when
right.
Country Grandma first blew up, the first place we went was Memphis.
Well, you know, they ain't that way then.
Pepper.
But that's what I'm saying. They got the ball
Pepper,
again.
Pepper, the
Man.
same dude.
Man,
Yo Gotti.
Shout out Yo Gotti, because Yo Gotti got that ball right now.
Yeah.
And he's moving. He's navigating Memphis.
And it's all in his music too.
But he
Different way. Their music's
But
different, bro.
Gotti always had that mentality.
So,
And the music called up to his mentality. Because even when he was in TBT, he went and bought himself. That man bought himself out of 3 deals.
They know what they're doing when they did what they did with
You know, you sit down and have a conversation with him, it's like, man, I'll put a record, I'm gonna spend 20, 30,000 on myself. You can't get none of these rappers to spend. They looking for I'm spending money on the label. I ain't gonna spend no money on themselves.
it's hard to get $20,000 when you sing.
Mark my word when I tell you that the next empire is about to come from out of Memphis. You remember Empire, the distribution company?
Yeah.
Mark my word when I tell you the
Ain't
next
that what
empire
was
is about
killing
to
everybody?
Why they come from St. Louis though?
It's in Memphis. Everybody get their time.
Everybody
If it ain't, when it's time to hit St. Louis, it hits St. Louis.
Come back.
St. Louis got to be prepared for it to hit
And
St.
they
Louis.
ain't.
Because even if it hits St. Louis, the artists here won't know what to do with it because
Yep.
St. Louis artists don't realize that you got to want to make a person be like a St. Louis person.
Say it again. Say it again.
A St. Louis person got to make artists have to make a person realize you got to make a person want to be like a St. Louis person. Like how they got all the
Like
gang
Memphis,
bangers want to
like
be like a
Memphis.
West Coast guy. You got Atlanta, you got everybody want to be Atlanta guy. A person now Memphis, everybody want to be like Memphis. Trust me, bro, it's about to go down, and it's about to go down in a major way. I do this. I walk through independently, and I take notes. Cause like I'm talking about, when you spend so much money, you better walk through with your notepad.
We cut you off earlier about Millie. What was you saying?
I mean, I'm just like I said, it's just who I'm working with right now. It's just different, like because like I say, like if I could go back and start back over again, I wish Millie would have been wanting to do this music stuff. Millie always been rapping since he was like 9 years old, but he just didn't want to rap. And he really, like, he fucked me up when he walked in my office and said, man, I'm gonna take this serious. I'm down to shut the door on him. Like, man, get the hell up.
Who was Millie again to you?
I blew all this money. Now you talking about you for the camera rap. Get the fuck out of my office, man. You know what I'm saying? But no, he's dope. He's different.
You said something about like we was fighting for two Live Crew against Steve Dolores Tucker back in the day. Like they bullshitting, you know. Like, do you think that's our age, like, or that's our awareness? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of shit that's going on today, man, I think it's probably a mixture of both. Because we was aware then, but we didn't really care.
Well, we spoke a lot of subliminal. Now people so direct.
Oh, okay.
You know, the subliminal messages are gone. Motherfuckers really saying
Right. I
Because
kill
the
your
radio
mama.
allow it now.
what it is.
I am gonna kill your mama.
The radio allow it now.
Like for real, they really would.
Man, I heard some on the radio like, man, I can't believe they playing this. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, fuck nigga free. The fuck?
Oh, they ain't got to believe
You
it.
remember when Too Short first dropped Freaky Tales? It was unheard of when that song hit the radio. Nobody, there was so many bleep words in it, couldn't
I'm
even.
just
Times have
It was unheard
changed.
of.
I was just telling somebody
They wouldn't even say damn on Sports Center.
I was just telling somebody when Dope Man came out, NWA, Charlie had to buy the record for me because you had to be 18 years old.
Times have changed, but they only changed for us. Like the other communities don't let that shit be heard on their fucking radio station.
But what shit is it that they got to play?
The shit that we listen to fucking from the sun up to sundown.
Rap controls everything and everywhere and
But who
every
do you
country.
think buying the records? Who you
White
think
Chinese
is
and white
exactly?
people.
But they don't play it on their motherfucking radio
They
station.
listen to
Damn, nobody
ours.
listen to the
Man,
radio.
as much as I'm into music, I'm gonna tell you, I got a 10-year-old daughter, man, and I love her so much, right? And I'm so proud of her because honest to God, she might know 3 or 4 rap records. She don't even listen to it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like weird to see this. Like if you into the industry, and it's like she ain't got a clue about no rap for real. Like you hear about her favorite JoJo band and all.
Is that because of the company that she,
you know what I'm saying?
that she's around right now?
It's about what I put. It's about her schooling and all of it. It's about her environment. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, and it's like, even me, like I'm just gonna be honest. When I'm in the car with her, I just turn the radio on most of the time. I don't even want to brainwash my baby with this music. I don't want her hearing
You see kids
F
in the
nigga
car
free
with
when
their
I turn the radio on.
rapping.
You feel what I'm saying?
I wouldn't
I just don't want to hear it.
I mean, I guess
It become a time because my parents used to do me like that when I was
Well, we
young.
had R&B music.
Yeah, we had R&B. We don't have that to turn to now.
But what did that stop?
She know Minnie Riperton.
I'm just saying, what did that stop?
What do you mean with it?
With your parents, I'm skipping everything about. With your parents not listening to well, probably wasn't them damn rap music back then, but now like what did it stop you from doing once you got of age 15, 16?
It raised awareness, to be honest with you. Like, when you start younger, like when you don't like know these things when you're young, you do it, you move different.
But you gotta catch up now.
Like my older brother and my cousins, like they was on like all the like NWAs and all this stuff before us, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because like that time when my brother was allowed to listen to certain things, my mom didn't allow us to listen to
We can listen to crazy music in the house. Back in the day.
If it didn't stop,
We can listen to
Back then, everything that they had a dirty to, they dropped the clean as well.
Now they had
So you have to try to paint the picture.
Yeah.
It's not ever a time
Right.
where you can, if you go on the internet and you search any artist that I ever drop, you're gonna find a clean and a dirty. People don't do that no more. They only drop the dirty unless they want to try to push this one for radio.
Or they call it the radio version.
Yeah, if
And it's
that's
still
the
dirty,
radio
they just
record. Yeah, but every record I put out, I put out a clean and a dirty.
not encouraging it to happen. You know what I'm saying? If I have to go find out how to do it on my own, that's different than just being busted in my ear. Like you think about like my dad or my mom, I'm listening.
Or we saying music encourages your lifestyle.
It does.
It has a big influence on
If you think about it, like
One
I
of
think
the
about
biggest
like
influences.
riding around my
Especially
parents.
the rap.
I didn't had transfer to Commodores or some jazz or Anita Baker.
Oh yeah, my bad. What you saying there?
I'm just saying, like, I didn't listen, you know, nowadays, me and my kids listen to the same damn music.
Yeah, I too.
You know what I'm saying? But my kids are grown, but at the same time, like, at my shit, we wasn't listening.
I tell my kids they dumb. It's a nice song, but that nigga dumb. See, he going to jail. Remember, finesse? Yeah, it's a nice song. That's where you're right now, son. Jail. But I'm still my wife here.
Well,
Still like,
you giving them an extra.
yeah.
We talking about the parents that ain't giving them that.
No, I was just
And
being
even then, you're right. We gonna do what we gonna do. Like I said, I did what I was gonna do. I had a grandmama that stayed on my head every step of the way. But when I was doing what I was doing, when she wasn't around, that voice was in the back of my head.
And I salute you because what you just said, you say you tell your son this, all right? Yeah, but what about the kid without the father? Everybody don't have you. You know
But
what I'm saying?
that's
So
why they got you to watch your
Is
post.
the exception.
yeah, they got you to watch your mouth.
Yeah.
That's when you gotta kick
No,
in sometimes and tell the guy across the street too that he's dumb.
No, I'm
You know what I'm
shoot
saying?
me.
That's what they used to do.
Might
when I was
shoot
young.
me.
My neighbor would tell us that was stupid to do with my dad.
We had this conversation 1,000 times. The nigga on the street might shoot me. So I'm just fucking. I'm gonna turn my
Nowadays,
Exactly.
so
I'm being quiet. How you doing, sir? Kill him too.
yeah, nowadays.
One of tonight's topics was the person you are in real life. Is it the same person you are on social media? And you noticed that you said that you kind of had to do a double dutch jump to where you jump into that. Like, I don't really want to get into this because then you had to wake up one day and say, damn, I don't even move like that no more. But you still got them character, just the personality. So as you think about social media, how people are now not really hiding who they are. Is it fair to judge people off what you see them do? Facebook or Instagram?
I just think some people shouldn't be on social media.
You think I should be on there?
To sum it up, if you ask me something like that, like if you like, I watch a lot of people that's no longer here with us, and they probably never see the streets again from social media alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, and then it's like not a secret that people tell you that we're on social media watching you and everything. It's like
You are
case on the case. Yeah, you are. So everything's, some people like I mean, I can't just believe you that dumb to be on social media.
I think it's impossible for you to be a certain way. I'm just gonna say Facebook. Off Facebook that you not. Like, you gotta be crazy. Like, how can I go on Facebook and portray that I'm gay, but I'm straight in real life? Like, if you acting like you gay on here, that's more than likely what the fuck you are.
Wait.
Hold on. If you argue about women all day, you probably ain't got no girl. Like, that's how I'm gonna look at you when I see you. I'm gonna portray you for what I read about what you put on here because that's all I know you for.
But your perception does not make that person that person.
It
No, it doesn't. Your perception of someone does not. Who you are at heart is what you are.
If I always put flyers on Facebook, you know what they gonna call me? A promoter.
Okay.
Okay.
But you might not even be a promoter.
Then why would I be putting all this stuff on
You
here?
might get tagged in it. You know what I'm saying? So your page is full with.
You can't tag me.
Listen, what I'm saying.
Okay, I don't want to say
This is the
Go ahead.
truth. This is just what it is. Reality is. What people's perception is of you is just what it is.
But
Your
you made it
perception-
though.
But
You the one
listen,
gotta push sin
But
in your
your
life.
perception does not make you who some. That doesn't make you that
I
person.
think you're gonna lose this with her because I think that
It's
she's
fine.
probably worldwide known as a shit star.
Exactly. That's what
You know what I'm saying? So, and she want the world to know she's really not
No,
a shit
because-
star.
But how could you not do that? You don't start shit.
You know what? No,
Just
you know
don't
what?
start shit.
No, this is the thing. Like, I don't come out just trying to start stuff, but when people actually meet me in person, they always be like, "Damn, are you hella cool?"
I wonder why
I
they say
didn't
that.
know you. I didn't know you was this
But
well
why you
rounded.
think they say that?
Or, I mean, people perception.
That's not a
That's not
perception.
reality. Yes, it is.
I
You
wanna
can't
give
tell
you-
me.
Wait,
I
TT.
want to give you your flowers because I never made your page.
You.
Shout out to Farrah.
But DT, if you go on Facebook, and I ain't talking about you, Farrah, if anybody go on Facebook and all they put is sports shit on there, I'm gonna think you a sports dude. Why would I not come to you like, hey bro, you watch the game? You be like, I don't watch basketball. I'd be like, damn, you put it on Facebook every day.
But that doesn't make it fact.
I can understand exactly what you're saying. I will too. But I can understand where they're coming from too, because they're basically saying, well, they will have to break this down too, then we'll say, okay, social media is basically entertainment. So,
But it's not no more.
that. Some of it's that,
It
some
depends on
of
who
it's
you
not.
talk
People, most people use social media to really better their life. Like I'm putting my business on her. I'm putting what I do on her. Because
You're
listen,
the exception.
how? No, I'm not. How else can we talk to 5,000 people by doing this? Honestly,
The minute
DT, you're not going on Facebook putting no bullshit on her.
Look, the minute you put a picture up, I don't give a care what it is. Whatever you might want it to be, I get to put my own perception on you.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
no.
I don't care what you
TT,
do.
if you stand up in the mirror and do like this, and you try to watch your race, you know what the fuck you was doing.
I don't give you a perfect
You know what
example.
you was doing.
You go on my page, everybody says you work out all day. You go to the gym, you fit, you this. I will eat a fucking Big Mac. I am the worst.
You have them posts
I'm
and
the
working out
worst
though.
eater. I'm all of that stuff. But when I post, I don't post about me being the healthiest person in the world. I
That wasn't a
just
good
post
analogy.
my shit.
No, because if you was out of shape, then you'd be like, why the fuck y'all saying this? But you're not out of shape.
One thing, Farrah, you said like
If you was out of
it's
shape,
not- you say it's not your reality, but
It's not.
is your reality
It is.
more important to the people's reality of you? Because what you're saying is like, I'm painting myself like this, but I'm not really like this. But
No, it's a part of me.
But if a million people thinking that
That
you
makes
are
no
like
sense.
this, it kind of it decreases the value of who you think to yourself because
Well,
you gotta be out here like
No, because one thing about me, unfortunately, it's not a wide range of people like me. I know who I am. I accept myself for who I am. What you say about Farrah cannot change who I am. You know what I'm saying? That's just your perception. I don't allow people to have that much control over me. Like, you can't reflect me. That's why, usually when somebody come at me, it doesn't hurt me. I know who I am. You can't, just because you perceive me that way doesn't mean I'm going to agree with you. No, that's not who I am. This is who I am. Now, you can get to know me on a totally different level, but no. Think what you want to think.
But that's cool, Farrah, that you can think. Like
Yes, I said it's not me.
But more than likely, a lot of people perception is worse than what they gonna think it is. It is. Like however you come across on social, it's people committing suicide because of social media.
They think it's worse. They think it's better. Like his life is so great.
Yeah,
so
because
good.
people only showing their highlights. It
Yeah,
got people being down on themselves because they think they supposed to be at a certain point in life. You know,
But
certain
you know,
things in life.
Like
I'm the
before
type
I
of
met you, for
person-
instance, and this on some real shit, right? Before I met you and everything, you know what I'm saying? And based off of what the things I used to hear about your page and things like that stuff, I never had seen you in person. You never did anything towards me or nothing. But I was one of the main people commenting to my guys who was on there like, oh, it's probably some miserable motherfucker. Wah, wah. You know what I'm saying? So when I met you personally, that's when I had to come and understand, all right, she's really not no bad person. She's really a good person. But everybody else, I can understand what he's saying.
But
I can understand what he's saying. Why what people will view.
When did you get she a really good person for?
I show every part of me though. That's the difference though. I don't only show the sweet stuff. You know what I'm saying? When I'm going through, I'm like, I live out loud. So when I'm going through, you gonna know Farrah is in a dark place right now. You're gonna know when I'm crawling out of that dark place. You know, I don't fake it for people, and I think that's why
Have you ever profited on Facebook?
Yes, I do a lot of profiting off that my business. You know.
So you are the person who you are on social media.
Yes, but I'm not people's percept. Like he perceive me
Like
as
Charles
something.
the White.
He might perceive me as something different. It just depends on who you talking to. Some people, you know, they might speak on something about me, say something about me, and I be like, no, that's not true. That's what you perceive me as. Now, what I meant when I said this or how that went, I might have to go in more detail to get them better understanding.
You thought you got to get important to other people?
No, because it's not that important.
If you're explaining yourself, it got to be important.
We're on a show where we're talking about things, so unfortunately, I'm expressing myself and I'm sharing
you just said you
my thoughts. This is the place where you share those things. You know what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily go on Facebook and be like, no, I'm not like, no, I don't do that. I just be who I am. Now your perception of that, like that, it is what it is. I can't change the world. I can't change everybody. Everybody is not gonna like me, and I think that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't be here right now sitting with you on this panel if everybody liked me.
That's 100% true.
Oh, okay then.
That's not a perception.
So you can't like you ain't gonna. If somebody's gonna be left in a gray area, you ain't gonna be able to please everybody. It is what it is. No matter what you do, like I can do. It's 30 days in a month. 29 days I can put on social media. 29 good deeds, and that's all that I share on social media. That 30th day is something negative I post on it. That's gonna outshadow everything else. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So they're going to perceive it however they want to perceive it anyways, no matter how good I'm doing or what I'm putting out.
But
people going to hold on to what they want to hold on to.
Let me talk background. You said that's what you said.
I said,
but that's not.
I said when you put a picture on social media,
That's not true though. Because you know what's going to happen. You know what most of us going to do, to be honest with you. I'm going to click on your. I'm sitting like, damn. I'm going to click on your page. I'm going to go look like, yo, God, oh Jesus, oh God.
That's the real reenactment.
She talking about these people. I'm like, okay, she ain't one of them.
But you ain't
gonna go on your page and I see 10 of those pictures. I'm like, oh, I can inbox her. She really about this shit. But if I go on your page, you with your man every day, you with your family, you with your, cause they gonna look.
But I look
and ain't gonna be no one picture.
But I'm really miserable. But you gonna think I'm saying because I posted a picture of us smiling.
Before somebody comment and respond, most men, most people, they gonna do their background. The small background you do is click on your page and look at your shit. Like, before I say something to this girl, like, no, I ain't gonna say to her. She really a family person. She's having to post this picture.
I could be a mass murderer though, and I'm only posting.
If you a mass murderer, you're talking about killing nobody.
Listen,
you gonna take everybody out.
But what I'm saying is, if I go on there and I'm posting spiritual quotes and things of God every day, but in real life,
you would have faked us out.
Exactly.
But you don't do that.
Exactly.
But I'm saying,
talking
about
perception.
To be honest with you,
we're talking about perception, right?
And the reason I say that is because I don't never agree with Fat. I agree with Fat on the situation that people will perceive like the perception of that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? That's just like he said I was a motivational speaker. So I'll take that because I do a lot of that. But you know what I'm saying? When I'm off of social media sometimes I do think to myself, man, you know they don't. But so I have to agree with him and I would still have to agree with you. I understand where you're coming from. But he's like right about the perception part.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
Other people. I think we should move on.
But it doesn't make it reality.
I'll never agree with him.
One of our topics tonight was double standards. I agree with some double standards as far as traditional male roles and traditional women roles. But like, let me use an example. A man kills a woman, and we automatically just, oh, that old bitch ass nigga, these old weak ass niggas killing all these women, blah, blah, so and so, so and so.
It is not me.
Turn around and a woman kills a man, oh, she must be going through something. He must have been beating on her or some shit like that. And or even like jobs, like man might be, I mean, McDonald's, call him broke. Woman working at McDonald's she's a hard-working black woman. She's trying to strive to take care of her kids and shit like of that nature. Like, how do you feel about double standards? Do they? And some, I think, like I said, double standards for men values should be somewhere, some should not. Like, do you think they're detrimental to our community, or do you think they are helping us?
And I think it's damn if you do, damn if you don't, being the black male in America right now, man. You know what I'm saying? And like, people like when you speak of those type of things, because I'm like definitely one of the guys want to do kill a female, be like he's a bitch ass nigga. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm also the type of person that like gonna automatically assume that the dude did something to the female when he gets smoked. You feel what I'm saying about the female? So it's like it's weird though, but like you make that's a hell of a point. I don't know, that's weird, but because I'm one of those guys, you know what I'm saying, that feel that way. You feel what I'm saying? But I also know that where I come from and living in reality, that it's a lot of fucked up females out here too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you don't like, no, you don't know. But I know. Like, cause I know some like guys who done been in situations and they got shot, the female was in the corner, they like, oh, they tried to kill them. And, oh God, they was really trying to kill the female. You feel what I'm saying? Because females nowadays they not like the females in the past. They don't stand a woman's place. And when I say a woman's place, is not like as far as that.
Exactly.
To me, when I say a woman's place, and that ain't just a woman's fault. Women shouldn't be involved in hustling, and men shouldn't be allowing them to see certain things. Women shouldn't be around the robberies and all this type of stuff. Because really, if you're a real man, you're gonna keep her away from that. You should. A lot of these dudes turn their own women out on drugs and everything. Yeah. The world is different, man. So it's like
it used to be an exception when a woman was part of that. Like she's like, oh, that's Queen so.
And she was the only one.
But now women might shoot you though.
She was the only one.
But
they would have get to her. But they were the only one. They would elite. It was like not 10 of them claiming to be mob.
It's not necessarily a woman's fault, because we had a show a couple weeks ago, like about it's harder for a woman to be a woman right now in 2022 because does that have something to do with the men that we have made or created in our community, or is it just the situations or circumstances that we are right now?
Can I say, I think it's because us as black people, we made our own, besides being black, we made our own middle class, upper class pool. We made this shit ourselves. So now by us doing it, it's like we segregated from the world. Now we're segregating ourselves from us. Because we making it to where we got to keep up with each other. When we was all in the ghetto, it wasn't like that. We was all broke, we was all the same. Even if you had more, you was still here with us. And I think we get it to now, like, even though we here with us, it makes like we got more than somebody, so we not y'all. At the end of the day, if you go out, if you walk out the door, you still me. And that's why when you say 2022, I think it's a little harder. It's because some of us done got a little successful and we forgot who the fuck we was. So it's like now I'm looking down on you, but when you walk out that door, you're the same person I am to some people. And it make it harder to be a man or a female just in, you know what I'm saying, in that bucket.
It is like, man, nowadays are different too, bro. Like when I used to be doing the type of things I did, I used to be like, even when I was in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? There's no woman that could come to you today and ever say that she saw me do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And it's like, and the reason the main reason I did those type of things too, though, right? Because like, if folk came and kick your door in and they want to go and talk to your woman, if my woman was to tell her she really didn't know her, she really wouldn't be lying. She really wouldn't be lying. She ain't never seen shit. She ain't never seen probably over $5,000. You know what I'm saying? It's like just certain things.
It's harder than it was back
then.
then.
Itself. Yeah, like now they break through everything from their women, their kids, and everything, you know? We didn't do that. My kids never saw a street side of me or none of that.
Check this out, Dirty. I read a post that, you know, like you saying, like it's, look, it was a post and it said, like, if me and you go out of town, DT, and you pay half for your stuff and I pay half for my stuff, we homeboy, you my homegirl. I'm like, damn, back in the day, if I was to pay for everything, that mean I was gonna fuck. So now that means if we go out of town together and I pay for everything, that means I should be able to fuck.
Facts.
But back then, it was like, you asked me to come. I'm like, damn, I paid for all this shit now in the hotel.
If I'm going half, I'm not giving you none. I'm
But hey, what me now? It's automatic now? Is that what it means?
I'm glad you brought that up, because that's a double standard.
No, I'm just saying, wait, Farrah. I mean, it's if I pay for everything, once you agree to go, we automatic fuck.
First of all, if I'm going out of town, we should be
I think
smashing.
women play more games now than. Like back then, it was an unwritten rule. You ain't not discuss that.
What you said?
That wasn't even.
That's what he said.
No, I'm just reading the
No,
post.
Birthday girl gonna change. I know what I was when I got on this plane with you. They ain't nothing to talk about.
Yeah, facts.
But now it's a whole. I'm like,
Because Negroes are different now.
I'm like, wait a minute. If I pay, that's automatic. That's what I thought. For my age.
If I agree to go out of town with you and I'm liking you and you liking me, we smashing. I'm not going out of town with nobody that I can't hit after I get drunk.
Exactly.
Period. We're gonna have the
And
time
you
of
gonna
our
feel
life.
like, if I asked you out of town and I had this conversation with you about what's gonna happen if I take you out of town, that just takes away from the situation.
I shouldn't
You
even say
gonna
that.
feel a certain way now, like I ain't going out of town.
Like,
Why are you asking me that?
It's like off that plane, we're together, no
what
mother.
you're looking for in a woman too, though, that you take out of town. Because I done
Look in the fucking
I done been out of town with women, and I done foot the whole bill and everything, and I ain't gonna even lie, bro. We done slept in the same room, same bed, and that just ain't what my
Man,
mind
I
was.
was finna say
Like,
that.
never did that.
I went on that word from the beginning, bro.
The only reason I'm saying that is because it don't necessarily, if I spend some time or
we
some money,
left her friends still.
It's because I wanted to do
that. Because everything ain't for everybody.
But she wasn't nobody new. Was that the first time you ever took her somewhere? Or
Yeah.
Did you have? But you had no expectations.
And she died. She was bad.
No.
Like,
I'm into a nigga, you out of town, you better look
He
good.
gonna
No,
get
he
off
ain't talking no more.
Hold on. What
You didn't want to. Now, if
That's
you
just
wanted
what
to,
my mind was
if you wanted
the
to,
only
you
person
could
they
have.
don't
That's why I
want
said
to-
No,
that.
ain't no doubt.
You feel like you could have.
Better.
I don't even feel like I could have. I felt that our respect was so up there with each other. I don't even feel that I
What?
could have.
That we gonna have
I
more
just
respect
ain't
like
never tried. I didn't look at it like that. Like, you
It's
gotta be.
different.
Well, see,
I think what a lot
that's a
of
little
guys
different.
go wrong.
That's a little different.
Now that's like these. Like I tell my son and my artists and anybody the same thing. You can't try to run up in all your friends. You'll never have fans.
I just told
Right.
You'll never have fans if you
That's
fuck
all.
every female you run across.
But you know you gonna be my
You
friend
can't do
though.
it.
Like, but it's gonna be established that
Now we on
best
some
friends.
other shit that's different, but when you going out and you just think, oh, you know, smash you got on.
I think it was.
I think it was a creep shit.
What you
If you
saying?
ain't established that before y'all hopped on this.
Yeah.
motherfucking
What you
train.
saying is right. It was just that when I read the post and I seen the female
He is
explain it,
right.
it kind of fucked me up. I'm like, damn. So a female can actually, we couldn't have made that post because we'd have been all you dog ass
What she
niggas.
said?
She basically said that if I go out of town with you and I pay half and you pay half, you my homeboy. And I'm like, damn. If I would have made that post, if I go out with you and I pay for everything, we fucking, it would have been like, oh no, you a dog ass nigga.
I wouldn't
Well,
have
one thing,
You know what I'm saying?
Like I said,
It's
all
different now, though.
one thing, like everything ain't for
It
everybody.
ain't for everybody.
So like,
It's rules.
I might like you enough to be like, I don't give a fuck if we fuck. I appreciate your time. Like, cause I ain't asked you to go because I wanted some pussy, cause I could have fucked you in the town that we in.
Then, Dirty, why am I asking you to
Because
go?
I want you, I like your company.
I had company with you in St.
I
Louis.
won't go.
Big E company in St.
I'm
Louis.
not going out of town with
You
a
better
dude that I like.
You better help me get
And
some extra
I ain't
bitches.
smashing. I just don't understand it. Like,
Don't out of town on me.
I'm just not doing it. Like, if I went out of town with you, that's different. You bro. But if you know I'm feeling you and we you know we talk like that and I go out of town with you, like, nigga, you
Don't put me in no friend zone.
What is out of town?
bruh not
Don't
gonna
put me
be
in no
able to
friend
say,
zone.
I ain't hitting it and I ain't feel like, nigga, give me that.
Hey man,
You can't put me in no friend zone when we in Houston
Right.
in the club. Oh, she.
if I take a woman out of town, listen, no, if I take a woman out of
Man,
town,
stop it.
and I'm not pressing no issue about no pussy, it's probably because I wanted to be her idea.
Dirty.
Like,
If a girl call you right now and say, Dirty, let's go to Atlanta and kick it. Right, y'all get to Atlanta, y'all get in the club, and you hold it, you got her hand, y'all go, and she's like, hey, I'm gonna go get on him. You gonna be like, okay, baby, go on get him. You gonna be like, hold up, like, what the fuck you mean?
You say we holding hands.
Listen, y'all friends.
We
Y'all
not holding
friends.
hands as friends.
Well,
Listen, if you come down there with her,
get other people.
Dirty, what if it's a chick who you feeling though?
And still, when we go to the hotel
Yeah,
room,
look at Dirty face. Look at Dirty face.
I'm just saying, you can do that.
If it's a chick who you feeling, and y'all go to Atlanta, and nigga go back, I'm gonna get on him. You be like, I want to go back home. Like, and we sharing a room. Oh, you share a room with her, right? What if she would have said, I'm finna get another room because I met some nigga last night? How would you have felt, honestly?
That's it.
No, I'm saying we friends. We friends.
That happened to me before, though. I had that happen to me.
How did that
before.
feel?
I was cool. I went and got that was cool because I had.
I was gonna say I was crushed.
Anyway,
Okay,
I was cool. We was on the same page. I had that happen to me.
But
before.
y'all was on the same
I
page.
just don't see me
But we
bringing
didn't
nobody
we
down
didn't
to
discuss
the
this though. It just happened to roll out that way. I was really trying to figure out how the hell I'm gonna get the fuck rid of her anyway.
Then why bring her? Then why bring her?
We wasn't on that type of time, bro.
I'm asking them why even bring her.
Mutual friend, we got the kid.
Man, meet me down there. Don't come meet. I'm like little baby.
Don't
Don't meet me down here. Like no, I'm not bringing you.
Type of understanding.
You my last resort if anything else go wrong. If I bring you with me, I don't care if it's me and Farrah. I don't fuck with Farrah at all. If it's Sunday night and I ain't fuck, I'll be like Farrah. You know,
Don't use Farrah.
Sunday night.
Sunday night, nigga, where the fight go out? I don't fuck somebody in Atlanta. Somebody get fucked in Atlanta. It's out of town. It don't count. Everybody know their standards out of town.
I only get head if I go out of town.
Well, that's something don't happen at night.
Like, don't force no issue.
We're in the same room since Friday, and ain't nobody got nothing.
It's a fat guy fuck.
No, don't put that on.
That's what you just said.
Look, that's Farrah.
For real.
So wait, I'm a person feel like that?
No.
Hold on, what are you saying, love?
I ain't waiting.
Well, he's not. My bad.
I ain't waiting Sunday, no way.
Friday night. Everybody's gonna say it was a good weekend. You don't even come with I don't even.
1-800-alligator.
Hey, I can't even picture myself asking to get a why am I asking to town with me? I could have called Dirty anybody.
What you said.
What the fuck I'm calling you for?
Right.
Unless I know you finna get some bitches in the club, unless you gay. Now if you a gay girl.
I think y'all kind of changed the narrative.
No.
Like, yeah, you are.
Well, we done did that. The narrative's changed. If you are gay, you ain't gonna tell me, girl, you gonna get some other bitches? Come on with the kid. I know what time it is.
It's like
You know about bitches to the room.
when we talk on here, we don't gotta use extreme methods.
Everything's extreme.
No, it's not. We can stay in one lane without saying if this happened that was so weird and this happened that's so weird. And what would you do?
You took a girl out of town that you did not want to smash. That is extreme, brother.
Who said
You did.
I took a girl. What? You saying I took a girl out of town?
You said
that
the
I
same.
didn't want to smash.
Yes.
When did I say that?
You agree with
He didn't say he didn't want to smash.
He did say he didn't want. Didn't you say he didn't want to?
I just went on there with her.
Okay, so what does that mean, Dirk? He didn't want to, right?
Did you fuck him after that?
Yeah.
They tried to give you the ball. You didn't lay it up.
She's still my homegirl too.
30 seconds.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm talking about she bad. She real popular. Everything. She one of them girls. She one of them Instagram fans.
He was looking for you to help him out of his
The
argument.
whole self-esteem.
And I ain't gonna lie, she the girl that every nigga want. I swear she Instagram finest. And she ain't from here.
But you know what though? It is sometimes that you can. I'm gonna say you can fuck a girl and be like, you know what? That probably not for us. And we can be friends.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Like we ain't never fucked. I know people like that. Like we can straight be friends. Like we ain't never smashed. That was a mistake.
Like that again. Hell no.
It is. Like bro, I got people like that. Like it was. It's not, but it's not word. Oh.
Since we talking about double standards with that, right? Why is it that
Why people stop talking?
men? Because I'm just command the room, baby. So why is it that men, like to always call females a hoe? Like this dude just told me recently, Farrah, you a hoe. You get a pussy to every nigga that smile at you. I'm like, nigga, if I gotta fuck 1,000 niggas to find love, that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Why do men think it's okay to just go out there and smash every motherfucking thing walking, but then a female be free and it's a problem? Like, why is that double standard there? Like, why can't
Don't you follow the Bible?
No, I don't. I don't follow the Bible.
And he don't either.
I don't. But why is that a double standard? Like, why is it? Why can't I be free?
I don't call your whore unless I didn't get no pussy.
Man, nobody care about nobody who you fucking unless they know who you fucking. Like, nobody
Right.
care about that shit. Like,
Yeah, you
actually
do
has
her
sex
because you know a lot of people put jackets on me that ain't even my jacket. You know
That's
what
'cause you put all
I'm
them
saying?
coats on.
I don't, man.
That
What
was
you
some
talking
person
about?
or somebody she got a view of somebody on her.
yeah,
That
She
was
talking to him.
she
No,
talking
no,
to
that's men. Period. You know what I'm saying? That's men. Period.
I don't think
They
we do
like
that no
to-
more.
Yes, they do. Men will swear up and down you a hoe. You know what I'm saying? And females too.
I don't.
Females will
Why
swear
do
you a hoe,
people
too.
care?
Right.
They trying to be your
Now,
game.
you're, now, don't have to listen to
I think
Farrah.
that's like an age.
That's your sex.
Yeah, I'm not calling you no. I'm
Now,
still
listen,
trying to
no.
fuck.
We're going to get back to Farrah because you like, why you care if you ain't no hoe? Why you care what people perception of
Well, we're talking about double standards, so I kind of.
Oh,
you
okay.
don't care.
Oh my
No,
God.
it was.
You're
So
talking
she's
to me.
basically asking, how come it's
Right,
okay
I'm with
for a man to have a body count, but not okay for a woman?
But it's not okay for us though. It's not okay for us.
I'm gonna have to
I
say,
really
It's
don't
not
care.
okay.
I got the perfect answer for that.
It's not okay for us.
I got the perfect answer for that. Because you're a fucking woman.
What do that mean?
And you should remain a woman at all times.
So that means you're not a woman?
I just say,
I mean, you're just a hoe.
No, you
So
just
that
change your
means-
title from a woman to.
And the definition of a woman.
But that don't mean
Nah, that-
the
I'm lost.
Because I also see y'all also go on Facebook and say the hoes are winning. So I be like, I be confused. Y'all say the hoes ain't win, the ones winning, but then you say, I don't want to be a hoe.
See,
So
look,
I don't
I've
understand.
often been called a
And then an old head told me, find you a hoe that's tired. That's what old head told me.
It's like I'm one of them type of dudes, for real, to be honest with you, that feel like no matter what I do, man, my bitch ain't just gonna be fucking.
No, she not gonna be.
Because they don't care. A woman
We're not
don't
talking
care
about
themselves
that.
like
We're not
that.
talking about that.
Because
What
a
we
woman
talking about
Don't care
is
themselves
that
like
when
that.
you fuck up and I have to go to the next situation, I'm fucking. But you can go
No.
freely and clearly. But now
Y'all do it to men too.
When
Though.
you
No,
go
no,
to
no,
the
no.
Y'all
next,
call us hoes too.
No,
let her finish.
Community dick.
Let her finish,
No.
because I want to
No.
hear what she's going through.
you so quick to give that jacket. But at some point, you gotta understand. Like I'm not finna sit.
Your body is a
I'm not
temple.
talking to you.
Your body is a temple.
I'm not finna sit and wait on happiness.
When you go to that next situation, me being who I am, you just found happiness, so that's where you at now.
If I'm there, I gotta be happy.
That's where you at.
Not
If-
really.
If I left you, it was a reason.
No,
It
you
could
ain't
be a
left
rebound.
though.
No,
You ain't
you
left.
ain't put me out nowhere.
Your ass out.
No, you a lie.
That's somebody. If it
You a
was
lie.
me,
But
and I
my
find these out,
point
your ass is out.
is, it would let it be. That's
Your
cool.
body
I'm
is
fine
a
with that.
temple.
I'm fine with that, but guess what I'm gonna be?
fuck
I'm gonna be
up
happy.
with that. I'm doing what
I'm
I
gonna
want
be
to do.
happy.
And
So
see, that's
so
not cool.
What y'all do is you stunt the growth of the woman because you
Wait,
feel.
what?
Damn, shut up.
You talking
You stunt
bullshit.
the growth of a woman. Most women will sit there and just get depressed and all this shit because they think they can't go on because I don't want to be a hoe. I don't want to be considered a hoe. I don't want to fuck more than one or two niggas because no nigga won't want me because I'm a hoe. That's not true. I'm gonna fuck all, like she said, 1,000 motherfucking niggas for happiness. And most bitches don't know what happiness is,
Hope I was
so they'll
nine.
settle for that dumb shit and stay there. Fuck that shit. Fuck, you missed your point though. The point is, if it's 10 niggas and
Ain't
it's
that the
30
extreme
niggas,
we was
it's
talking about?
40 niggas.
Ain't that the extreme, but
Like I should be able to do what I want to do though.
Yeah.
For me, it's y'all
I want to
like,
be happy. I want to be happy. I don't care what you say. I don't care what
So do
you
you
say.
feel it's double standard though?
it definitely is a double standard.
I don't think
Okay,
it's not.
in terms of body chemistry, in terms of mother nature, in terms of how God made you and made us, you still think it's a double standard?
Yeah.
And I'm just asking because I just seen a whole big thing about this. And it was a young lady who said that y'all should have sex with
They are
multiple
very
men
good. They are
because you know we're going in you.
No, true.
It's
What you
spirit,
do is
so
you
you
leave
should
your
men should
spirit
be
in
having
there.
sex, period.
That's right.
It's men and women
It
leave
is not-
different spirit.
It is.
So I'm saying.
But that part ain't gonna change because you won't be
I'm
with
lost.
you won't be with one person.
How you know we was meant? Who said we was meant to be one person?
Who's
White people.
you just use
Okay,
Who said we was meant to be? I just asked a question.
what makes you any different?
I
Who
just
said,
asked a question.
listen, I feel like
Who said it?
listen, you
What
don't
makes you
have
happy?
you don't have to be with just one woman. You don't have to be. I feel like a man and a woman, we should be able to do whatever we want to do. The thing that causes the issue is when you're not honest about it. You know what I'm saying? And you're dealing with everybody and you're just not keeping
The
it
truth
real.
ain't for everybody.
But how I feel, you taking other people's options away if you're not being honest and you're doing all this. And I'm thinking one thing. I'm thinking she love in love with me, but
Are you
she love got
saying
10 of me. You know what I'm saying? Like you
If I
can be
got
with.
to you, that mean
You can be, but I gotta be
okay.
okay. But no, I gotta
Women
be
cheat more than
okay
men.
with you doing it. Like, give me an option. That's it. You can do what you want. Because I've been in situations where I got my little roster. You know what I'm saying?
Farrah.
Everybody benefit me in a certain way, but at the same time, I always kept it real with them. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't be no issue.
Farrah, y'all way better than us.
I'm
Like,
definitely.
Y'all can cheat, and our dumbass wouldn't even know it.
I'm not a good cheater. I'm not a good liar. I'm not a good thief.
Most women are great cheaters.
No, they're not.
men.
Shit.
We
Men,
just think we ain't tripping off of them. That's the big thing. If you pay attention, you know.
Maybe you don't want to know.
You ain't paying attention because you over here trying to fuck food.
men
And you like, man, hear what you talking about.
Men
I'm trying to go
always
over here.
say they don't want to tell women the truth because we can't handle it.
Yeah, okay.
But
We can't handle the
but
truth
hear me. If you telling the truth for real and we on that same type of page, you can't handle me fucking somebody else.
It depends on who we talking about.
You can't
How
handle
you know?
It depends on what we talking about,
I'm
though.
saying this what the truth is.
I mean,
DT, if it's when we first meet,
How you know?
if you tell me you fuck somebody else, like, okay, that's cool. We just
Because I know me.
Niggas
But you say women can't-
every day.
No.
It's swingers and all. It's niggas that like to sit
See,
watch
look,
white fucking other niggas.
If I know that you want into it, black will be yours.
But he knew she was a hoe and she knew whatever she knew about him because they
If I'm fucking a hoe, I'm gonna take you to the hoe and we good with that.
See, like you said, women can't handle the truth, and I think people get that mixed up. You can't like you can tell me the truth. I'm gonna respect the truth, but that doesn't mean your truth that you're giving me ain't gonna make me feel some type of way. I'm human.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean I can't handle the truth. I'm still gonna have feelings. But
Man,
I like the way you put that, friend.
Lie to me. I'm like Neo, bitch. Lie to me.
like that's
Nobody-
I really
what
lie.
it is. But I'm still gonna respect you afterwards.
But I'm
Like,
telling you about men, it's something in our head, in our DNA, and our motherfucking chemical balance that feels like we lie to you, we love you, because we don't want her.
I believe that.
So go with that. Go with
I
you.
believe
So if I'm lying to you, baby, because I love you.
Y'all heard that from
I don't give a fuck about your
I think we should all say that. If I lie to you, it's because I love you.
I lie to you because I love
That's so toxic.
I'm just saying. I don't give a
You feel that
fuck.
way? If I lie
So
to
toxic.
you, because I love you.
you.
PA.
Even the side chick don't want to know the truth.
Yeah, man.
I want to know the truth.
Oh,
Because
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
tell the
yeah.
truth, they give me options on how
They
to
say the
treat
truth will
you.
set you free. You be
The
free.
side chick you want you to be at home telling them that you ain't at
I
home.
just
Fuck.
think that should be the
The
sum
side
of
chick.
the
What the fuck
rest-
the
I
name?
think that should sum the rest of the year up. If I
What?
love you, I love you.
If I lie to you, I love
You know
We
what?
sum up the show every week with Mount Rushmore Ice. We've done best R&B singer, women R&B singer, best reason why you couldn't be aroused to have sex.
That was good.
Tonight, I want to know the panel. Let's prepare. Not even call this show the panel. What's the Mount Rushmore of lies that you ever heard about yourself?
Should we go one per person to come back?
Yeah.
Don't start with
No, we're gonna do the whole four.
Like, what's the
We're
worst
gonna do the whole
lie?
four.
What's the worst lie you ever heard about yourself?
Oh, I got one that's real recent.
Just one. Yeah, one.
It's a big lie, like and it was something that it kind of hurt my feelings too. My friends, you know, they was involved in a murder suicide or whatnot, and a page was started up about them, and people literally put out there that I was behind the page, and I was like, that really hurt me. Like, why would y'all allow me like that? You know what I'm saying, to the world, and people literally believe that, and they still throw that up in my face, like, you made that page, and I literally didn't make that page. So yeah, that's a big lie.
DT.
Who I've been with. It is it's unbelievable how many people have said that I have been with them and I have not. And
Okay, I lied. I ain't gonna
Speak
lie.
up, DC.
I heard it becomes hurtful. It becomes like it's just vicious,
Yeah.
and it could truly mess with a lot of people's self-esteem.
I'm
So
sorry.
It's true.
um,
Me too.
that's about it.
I
I think that's fucked up.
I'm gonna go on y'all. It's like I was with this nigga and him. I got lied on, and I was kind of like, I knew the lie was coming though. I can feel the lie in my spirit, and I told him in the club, the lie is coming, and it came. I'm like, I ain't gonna say it's one of the worst lies, but it's one of the most recent lies. I'm like, why would you lie on me about some shit like this?
What they lie say?
They said I was with some girl I wasn't.
Oh.
But no, it was
work lie.
yeah, nigga, it was almost fucked up my happy home. You're damn right. They almost see, and this is what I don't want to jump the subject, but I try to tell women all the time. When somebody tell me something about me, they're not trying to look out for you. They're looking out for this. Like it's some bullshit behind
Bring the camera in here because I
Yeah.
think you're talking to somebody.
it. It's your boy Stephen A. Smith. When another woman tell you about your man, they not telling you to help you. They telling you to make you be miserable just like they is. So when somebody come back and tell you that you with something, ain't no nigga that dumb to be around somebody they know they're supposed to be around in public.
What? It is dumb niggas out
I'm
here.
gonna tell y'all one of the biggest things.
Okay, it's off of me.
Farrah just said before I get into this.
We welcome step. Go ahead, get back on. Go ahead.
Is
I'll go
y'all
back to
women have to stop thinking just because you wouldn't do it, other women wouldn't do it.
Facts.
I
It
agree
has
with
been
that.
many times that somebody lied on me and turned around and tried to talk to me.
Why she didn't say facts?
So
on
this-
that?
But I'm gonna go back to this because I'm gonna tell you.
Why she didn't say facts? on that?
It goes into my biggest lie. The most interesting lie ever was somebody called my wife and said that I was in the strip club throwing a bunch of money. I had two girls sitting on each lap. Come over here right now. Guess where I was at?
Right.
Sleep next to her.
Ooh wee, that's it.
I wish they could have been me because they can. Hey, you can wait for 1,000 lies on that one. That would get you off 1,000 real shit.
I'm glad you
That's right.
I'm saying y'all.
Go ahead.
Y'all women be
No, any biggest lie you know
y'all
that.
has fucked up shit, sis. So I don't.
Just give us one right now. You gonna get 4 of them.
The cleanest version.
Nah, you listen to Roger.
I mean, I think that. I mean, we're gonna stick to the strip. Then I had a situation where a female who I was dealing with, another female who was supposed to be a friend of hers, said that I had tried to get with her. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part about it, she believed it. And even after the fact that I showed her, I'm like, man, the bitch lied to the point on some real shit. Me and her been talking and shit before I even knew you knew her. And I even showed her a message from back when. Then and she still believed the woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so
You couldn't win.
yeah, I don't even think I don't even give a fuck. You don't believe what you want to believe, regardless. You know what I'm saying? But that just that fucked me up. That what she lied like that because she felt that she thought I was gonna say something to a girl. You know what I'm saying? But women that do that, they're gonna try to say they self-quick.
Second lie.
I got a 1 and I got a 1A. The first number 1 tip top one of all time is that I ever told on anybody on any type of any criminal stuff ever. That's just the ultimate worst lie ever told on me ever. So let's clarify that Christian Edward Dirty Thompson has never told on anybody in no fucking crime. So that's number 1. But the second one that's silly and stupid is that I got locked up for drilling a hole in the girls' locker room. And that's why I can't teach no more.
That's a good one.
Pookie Blue, you did that. Like you made that shit up. And she definitely did that. That was crazy.
What?
With the boy.
That's a hell of a lie.
Yeah, that was a hell of a lie.
Yeah.
That's a damn good. I almost believed it.
Where you get the drill from?
You teach that boy.
He ain't dropped it off too.
Huh?
Yeah.
What year?
99.
You taught at Bowman?
American literature.
How, Sway? Teacher.
Hey, you ain't never listen to me talk. I got them birds and
This is what I was on,
So
though.
you got another one?
I don't have another one that I can really think
That you really
of.
got lied on?
I mean, I done got lied on hellas, but it's always about me and another man. me and a man,
That's
or
a
me doing
perception.
something sexual, or it's always something like that. Like I get jackets about who I'm smashing. Like I can't be. You can't see me with too many dudes too often, and I ain't gonna swear we smashing or something.
Yeah,
So
I get that a lot too.
that's the biggest lie I can say that's always been taught on me. I love men, but I ain't smashing all of them.
My
That's
biggest,
what I mean.
my biggest lie. Go ahead, tell me.
This one kind of nasty though.
Yeah, what you looking at him for? Look at me.
Somebody came to me and said that I heard that somebody flew you out and they paid you $5,000 to suck their penis.
That's not nasty.
I said, and that's a
It
problem.
was 1,500.
I said,
46 20. My own flight.
That's not nasty.
well, you know, a mature way of saying it, but I just didn't understand why, like,
I would have
This
went.
is rated R too, man.
Yeah.
I would have went.
or dick. I went to suck somebody's dick for $5,000.
And you do it for free.
That wouldn't have been nasty.
So you do it for free.
You don't suck dick for free.
No, I don't suck dick for free.
What?
No, sir. No, sir. I don't suck dick for free.
I do.
Now maybe you do, but I don't. Moving on to the next person.
Okay, so let's the sucking dick part, because that's my part. We don't leave that shit alone. Like, listen.
I said, moving on to the next person.
Because that's DT. So
I ain't got what DT is.
but you don't suck dick for free.
Okay, Diggs, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So if you suck dick for money.
I'm young.
Say what?
Now what?
Say it again.
Now
Tell
what?
you, forget something to drink.
Hey,
Get something to drink.
hey, man, this is a great show.
I got another lie.
Hurry up then, you know?
No, don't do your thing, man. I know you trying
Did
to.
you have one or do you don't?
This thing got 25 minutes.
No, I'm talking about
What time is it?
I don't know.
This dude, he ready to go. The show get good. You a show killer.
No, show killer. Shouts out to show killer, man. Hey, just zoom in on show killer for us. Hey, dude. Zoom in the show killer for us, man.
The camera gonna go there for.
Yeah. Man, show killer, man. He a very intricate part of the show, man. He don't talk a lot. That's why he sit in the dugout sometimes, but he helped me put shit together a whole lot.
He calls on
That's my guy, man. That's my big bro. I do want to do a promotion tip right quick. You know, it's fall. It's a promotion tip I want to drop right quick. This fall, my birthday is October 5th. The second week of October, we're going to, WhatupDoe Radio and Prime 55 is going to throw a Polo versus Lacoste theme party. That's just, that's part one of 2 volumes of Getting Fly for the fall. We're going to make it real easy. So Polo versus Lacoste ain't that hard to do. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a bundle for the best dressed person in either apparel. We're going to move forward in November. We're going to get ready. We're going to put some clothes on, so there won't be no crumbs at that
You
point.
skip me.
My birthday, November 18th.
Y'all skip. My birthday September 28th. I'm looking for a local design. I got the family on right now. I'm looking for a local designer to design our bomber jackets. We all want bomber jackets up here. We want WhatupDoe Radio on it, but we want a local designer to do it. So we're going to pay y'all.
ADL.
Any local designer
Shout out to ADL.
that wants to do it, y'all can send us. It just got to say WhatupDoe Radio.
It can't
Somehow.
be goofy looking.
Who did the family?
Goddamn, I've been drinking. They know the family. No, I'm just saying, any local designer want to design our WhatupDoe jackets, we will pay y'all. Y'all can send us what the fuck they call proofs of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? We'll look at it. But we're gonna pick a local design. Hopefully by my birthday, September 28th. We're gonna pay for it. Unc got us. We good. We'll get you a jacket too, huh?
Well, since we all shot on our birthday, and mine October the 15th,
Damn.
we all in the same area.
So what
Damn.
You coming through?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tell you what I want you to come do too.
Oh,
I want you to come do since I've been a guest on you all show 3 times. I would like to get y'all cast on my show, the No Frivolous Conversation podcast. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
And, I have nice gifts for y'all in the whole
It better not be Tuesdays 8 to 10.
I'm sure.
Tuesday, like, damn,
You will be
nigga.
notified in advance.
What if it was Tuesday 8 to 10? We'd be like, hold on, bro.
I can't take this,
It
dude.
took any time slot. It took Tuesday 8 to 10.
I wish that though.
No,
It's
we
not
got
gonna be on
We
Tuesday.
come,
We fuck
man.
with
We
it.
come.
I'm gonna make sure you get it. Well, I'll be honored to have you all of y'all on the show. Though.
Appreciate it, man. We come.
T-Love, when your birthday? It already passed.
It's over for him.
Big 5-0.
His birthday was epic.
He got 2 birthdays.
What
Yo.
you was
I had to work that night.
He was hating. It's a social media perspective.
What was I at?
Elbows.
I wasn't there that night. I wasn't doing Elmo's did, was
Yeah, I saw
You
you.
definitely did it.
Yeah, I saw you there.
it? That might have been that we retired. Oh, well, I had.
Hey,
What's that going on?
it's definitely been a rousing edition of What Up Though Radio. Hey, Unc, I didn't even expect you to say this, but I appreciate it. Like,
You got a little hot dog?
it's damn right.
I can't get here today.
Like I said, man, I appreciate you coming through, man. You know the door is always open for you. It's like the first time I told you ever came in the door.
And legs.
We
Farrah
love
shooting
it.
at you, boy.
We still mycitymymusic.com. We just went live tonight off What Up Though Radio and YouTube page. Please like and subscribe. We moving forward. We're gonna have a great fall this year. This is episode 5 of season 5. As you see, we getting better.
Better,
We're getting more better looking and everything. Man,
I look
Hey,
bullshit.
can I ask a question? Can we get the, what you doing Sunday? We got 55 Sunday. We got to watch football games somewhere Sunday.
Oh my God.
Which one?
All of them. We got all of
Come
them.
to Dax. That's my favorite. Yeah, come to
We got one
Dax.
TV.
What you say about?
Same with
Shut up!
Same with
Shut
Club. You know, Dax got the dopest football brand going on. Very inclusive.
That be one?
That's that's
That I do good.
Yeah, the owner.
Okay.
What young is?
Who?
What Ryan is?
Buying dogs or box stores or something.
Why you ask for a new good?
The other way, never there.
Young just had a litter. Young just had a litter.
Yeah, y'all had scrap legs and stuff. No.
Yeah,
Yo,
we
you
got-
still work there? You still work
We ain't doing this. Thanks for tuning in to What Up Though Radio. See y'all next Tuesday.
Yes, bye.
Appreciate everybody for coming in.
What up, though?
Holla back Tuesday, Pete.
Tuesday.
I'll be back
Tuesday,
I got you some tacos.